At the end of the day ends. Just think about that. All the things that you were stressing about, the things that you were feeling earlier today, you're not even thinking about them because the day is ending. You're resting, you're tired, you want to eat, whatever the case is. The thing is, you always got to think about the end goal in mind. If I do these certain actions, if I do these certain things, what's the end goal? What's going to happen? If I'm going for these certain goals, what's the end goal? What's the end time frame? The end is the beginning because it creates the next thing, the next opportunity. Whenever you close a chapter, you move on to the next chapter. That's what happens when you read a book until you get to the last chapter. The last chapter is whenever you pass away, though. So you're closing and opening up chapters every single day. You get another opportunity, another job opportunity, you're opening up that chapter until you leave that job. You're working on that side hustle, you're opening up another chapter until you close that business or until you scale it and want to take it to another level. You're doing things every single day. And they could be small chapters. They could be getting in the car, driving. You're getting in the car, that chapter of your life where you were driving to work, and you get to work, boom, it's close a chapter. Everything that you do in life has an ending. At the end of the day will end. Just process that. The things that you're feeling, the emotions, the things that you're going through, it all has an end, but what's the end goal? Many times I think a lot of people, they put themselves in a predicament where they're stressing themselves out. They're trying to figure out the next goal. They're trying to figure out the next thing in mind, that they forget to close certain chapters. They forget that as you're processing in life, a lot of things will start and have an ending to it. And if you're in a season right now where things are ending and it doesn't look good, then think about the next chapter that's going to open up. Maybe you're losing this girl, but it's going to make you more focused. It's going to give you more drive. It's going to put you back in the gym. It's going to put you back in the right headspace. Maybe you're losing this job, but that's because that's not the job that you're supposed to be at. That's not the opportunity that God is supposed to, or that God wanted to let you be in for this season. Maybe you have low finances and you're like, I'm just doing Uber and I'm doing DoorDash. And I'm trying to figure out whatever it takes for me to get to this next level, for me to do the things that matter. I'm trying to work on my next side hustle, but I'm not seeing the results that I wanted because I'm so caught up with family and this and this and this. Think about all the things that you're doing and then imagine the end goal. What is the why? What that you're working on it for? You have to keep those things in mind because at the end of the day will end. Simple enough. You wake up, you get the day started, go throughout the day, different emotions, different tasks, different things, different goals, different mindsets, different people. And at the end of the day, everyone goes home, everyone's resting, whether that's after a hard day, a really good day, no matter what the case is, but the day will end. I think a lot of people, they don't have a really good foundation. They don't have a really good sense of direction. So when things seem very hectic and they seem all over the place, it makes it hard for you to stay disciplined and stay focused on the thing that you're actually trying to go for. Because you're moving with emotion, you're moving with the wind, you're moving with the wave. You're seeing and you're comparing other people to you, or you're comparing yourself to their success. At the end of the day, you're doom scrolling on social media and you're like, wow, this person did this, they traveled here, they made this much money, they did this really cool thing. I wish I could be them. Maybe you're sitting there and you're just doom scrolling on TikTok and that's your brain break. You're sitting there and, for an hour before TikTok or an hour before bed, you're sitting there just mindlessly scrolling. Maybe you're sitting there and you're stressing about the next time you're going to be able to pay for this and that, trying to game plan. Maybe you're a business owner and you're trying to figure out how can you get more sales and how can you do better with marketing and how can you do better with this and that. Everyone has a different level or a different standard that they hold themselves to. But you have to figure out what yours is and what's going to work for you. Most people, let me say it like this. At the end of the day, most people enjoy resting to reset for the new day, which means most people are either finding things that can waste time or they're finding something that can increase their ability for the next day. Some people, I have interactions with people that's like, yeah, I sit there and the last hour of my day, I'm just on TikTok. The last hour of my day, I'm reflecting the day. The last hour of the day, I'm reading. The last hour of the day, I'm making sure I'm talking to God. That last hour of the day, I'm listening to a podcast. The last hour of the day, I'm doing something with my wife. I'm catering to my family. People spend their time differently at the end of the day. So my question to you would be, how are you deciphering what is worth spending time on at the end of the day? What type of discernment does God give you to be like, this is what I need to be doing in this season of my life, not focusing on these other things, not putting myself in a predicament where I'm wasting time and that I'm wasting the ability that God has given me. Yeah, I had a stressful day. You just don't understand because I had to deal with this, and this. I had to deal with that, and that. People have different tolerability for their life because they set the standard for themselves. Okay, today I had a lot of conversations. I'm really burnt out mentally, but I know what needs to be done, and I'm going to be the person that does what needs to be done regardless. When you find that type of mentality that does what needs to be done regardless of how you're feeling or regardless of the situation, that's how you win in life. That's how you kill it in life. That's how you move forward in life. Because everyone else is acting off of emotion. Everyone else is acting off of, I don't really feel like it today. I'm too tired today. That's too much work today. I don't want to do that today. So when you find the mentality, or you find the person that says, this needs to be done, I'm going to get this done, it's going to put you 10 steps further than someone that's just okay with being mediocre. Simple. But for you to do that, you have to figure out what works. You have to find the balance, and you have to find the right mind space to be able to put yourself in that predicament. Until then, you're just going to flow with the wind, doing what you emotionally don't want to or do or don't want to do. You got to change that mentality. Got to change that perspective. At the end of the day will end. And when you sit there in your bed and you're reflecting about what you need to do or what you should have done or what you had done throughout the day, did it really get you to the next level? And did it give you an opening to the next opportunity for the thing that needed to be done? That's the question I have for you. So that being said, y'all, I've been looking at this trade right now. Right now I'm in this trade, trying to see how it's gonna play out. But that being said, y'all, appreciate y'all for making it this far. If you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, King Malone. And just remember, anytime you are trying to figure out life, trying to figure out setting a standard for yourself, think about this. Who do I want to be and where do I want to be? Who do I want to impact and where do I want to impact them? It could be anywhere. Be in the street, be at a conference, be at your job, be whenever you're ordering out at a restaurant. Who do you want to be? And how do you want people to perceive you of who you're trying to be? So, at the end of the day will end. Keep that in mind. Again, like the video, comment what you guys got, follow me, and I'll catch you on the next video, man. I'm gone.